I'm back out today on the crows and magpies and jackdaws. I'm on a farm here where this farmer, he rears bulls in this certain building. And these birds are coming in, they defecate on the walls, the water troughs, the feed troughs, and eating the foreign province, so I can legally shoot these birds. And also this certain farm, we do have a lot of ground nesting birds, so again, I can legally shoot these birds. Anyway, today I'm using HW95. This is the one with the adjustable stock. It's a 177 doing under 12 foot-pound, and I've got this rifle from Cheshire Gunroom in Stockport. They've given me just to use and try, you know, see what it's like. Like I say, it's all standard, brand new, not been touched. So I'm going to see how well a standard rifle shoots, you know. I've zeroed it at 30 yards, and I've done some range work with it at the gun club, and it easily shoots thumbnail groups at 30 yards with a QYS streamline pellet, 9.56. So now I've put the Alpex 4K on it, I've zeroed it again at 30 yards, and I'm going to see what it's like, you know, doing pest control. And I've got faith in this rifle. Like I say, I'm only shooting no further than 40 yards today, so you know, this should be easily up to the job. So anyway, I've got to be quiet, as you know, and see what comes in. It's now about 20 minutes later. Yeah, this first magpie here is probably just under 30 yards, so I take aim and let loose. Yeah, first one down there. You're on a gate, he's gone forward, but he's definitely down in the grass, so I might put that up soon as a decoy. But yeah, so far so good. We have here a pigeon, but I'm not sure, to be fair, if it's a racer or a feral. So anyway, I'm going to leave this pigeon. Anyway, it's a bit quiet. I think I'm going to go out and get this magpie and put it up as a decoy. Here I was just putting out the magpie as a decoy, and I got watching these oyster catchers, and these birds are another reason why I control magpies and crows on this farm. Yeah, I've put it out now, and hopefully it should work, because this time of year you get a lot of young magpies, and to be fair, they decoy a lot easier, you know, so we'll see how I go on. Yeah, I might have mentioned I bought a Springer me, I think 2.5 years ago. It was an HW77, and I thought I'll just buy this Springer for a bit of fun, plinking tin cans, you know, at 20 yards and stuff. But this 77 of mine turned out to be a tack driver, shooting 10-shot groups in a fingernail at 40 yards. So this kind of accuracy has got me back into Springers, if I'll be honest. You know, this is why I'm enjoying using them so much. And since then I've bought a 98, another 77, I've bought a Pro Sport, an LGV. And this is why I'm using this 95 now, you know, just to try it. So yeah, it's been quite good. He went down nice. He's just fell behind the hopper, so I can't see that magpie, but I'll pick it up, I think, later on. So yeah, 2 down. It's quite a hot day today. It's almost July, to be fair, so it's middle of summer, I suppose. I can't complain. I'm just watching here another magpie. It's simply decoy. And the one behind the hopper. Yeah, this magpie here looks like a miss, but it was a fatal hit, and he flew probably 4 feet on that rate. Nice one. Yeah, another one down there. Yeah, so far so good. This rifle's working spot on, if I'll be honest. That. A rat ran across the road then, but I weren't fast enough. That's the only downside with using springers, you know, you can't load fast. But anyway, magpie down. In fact, that rat is just popping its head out. Oh, that's it. Don't laugh. I missed the bloody thing. I can only see its head, and I think I hit just above its head. I think I got a bit of buck fever there. It's not easy sometimes, or you know, you're jumping about and you're aiming there, you're shooting there, and you've got to keep moving your position. Like I said, springers, you've got to use the same hold all the time. If you just alter your hold, you can have a slightly high pellet or slightly low. But anyway, not to worry. Yeah, I kind of watched this back a few times, and even to this day I'm not sure if I hit it or not. Because if you look right behind where its head were, that's where the pellet hit. But I think I just give him an haircut, if I'll be honest. I'm just watching here another magpie. It's at the end of the road. It's probably 45 yards away. I'm not going to take a shot because I think this magpie is going to come closer. Yeah, this fourth magpie came in nice, but when I first see him, I could only see his right side, and if I'd have shot, I'd have probably hit him in wing. And with a 12-foot-pound air rifle, that's not good. He would have probably just run off. So I wait here for a nice chest shot, and eventually he comes up closer and works out perfect. He's down. Yeah, that magpie just, I suppose it took a few seconds for him to die, you know, but he's down, and that's all that matters, yeah. So another one down. Yeah, so it's not been a bad day so far, really. That was my first one there, which is now a decoy. The second one fell behind the hopper. That's the third one there that fell back but landed in the road. And the fourth one's there. So yeah, so far it's been not a bad day. 4 down, and this 95 is shooting brilliant. I can hear another magpie. I think it's looking at the dead ones on the floor. Another one down there. That wasn't my best shot of the day, I'll be honest, but he's down, and I'll probably pick him later on. He's just fell in some nettles. I know I always say this in most of my videos, but here are 2 stock doves, and we don't shoot stock doves here in the UK, so these birds, you know, get left well alone. But I put this on just for people that don't know this, you know, because a lot of people think that's a feral pigeon. It is a stock dove, and they are protected in the UK. Anyway, I think that's it for now. It's not been too bad, to be fair. I've hit 5 out of 5 magpies. The furthest one was probably just short of 40 yards, which weren't too bad. Alright, I've missed a rat, probably my fault. But yeah, this 95, it's like I mentioned, it's a standard rifle, you know, straight from the box. But it just shows, you know, what it can do straight from the box. It can shoot thumbnail groups at 30 yards and easily do pest control, you know. So yeah, it's been quite good to use. So anyway, I'm going to go and pick these and I'll report back. I've actually picked up 4 of the 5 shot. One of them is behind this wall here in nettles, and I can't be bothered getting stung. So yeah, there's 4 of them. So again, thanks for watching, and another good day. Yeah, just to finish off this video, I met Liam this night from Yorkshire Vermin Control, and we're controlling feral pigeons and rats at a recycle centre. And I was using this night my HW77. Again, this is a 177 doing just under 12 foot-pound with the Alpex LRF 4K on top. And this night, this Springer, it just worked brilliant. This night it was his job to shoot feral pigeons and rats at this waste recycle centre. And to be fair, I don't believe I were handicapped in any way using this HW77, because it was dropping these feral pigeons at 30 and 40 yards just for fun. I have said this before, you know, when you're controlling feral pigeons, there's not much sport in it, to be honest. You know, you just spot them and shoot them on sight. But this is pest control, you know. As long as you do it safely and humanely, that's the way forward. Going down. Also, when shooting these pigeons, you know, you've got to use your head. Not every pigeon is safe for a shot. This one here is safe because it's under the skylight. But if it had been in front of it, I wouldn't take the shot, because if I missed, even though I'm using a 12 foot-pound air rifle, it would shoot through the plastic skylight. It needs a PCP. That noise you can hear is actually seagulls, but we don't shoot seagulls here. Just going back to Springers, quite a few people ask me, is a Springer as accurate as a PCP? And I think they are. It's just harder to achieve the same accuracy, because a PCP will shoot rested on almost anything, whereas a Springer, they're very recoil sensitive, so you've got to know how to hold them or arrest them. But once you master this, I honestly believe they are as accurate as a PCP. But like I said, it's just harder to achieve. So that was it, to be fair, because this night we had to concentrate more on the shooting and less on the filming, if I'll be honest, so not much got filmed. But anyway, it was a good night, you know. We had quite a few rats and quite a few feral pigeons. And the usual banter, you know, with these Yorkshire lads. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you all soon.
Well, I'm out with that Lancashire lad again. He's been asking me for the last few weeks about a new car because he wants to shoot off it. I think he's taking Mick, don't you?